In a ring fight right now. Oh, this boy wanna go. Dang, you my best. Alright. Come here, little mellow. Little mellow. Little mellow. I'm gonna gang up on here. Gotta get off this roof. Huh? Little homie, little homie. Aw, dude. Really, dude? You're using the pistol. I don't got nothing. Like, literally, you only got weapons because you called in an ammo drop in a fist fight ring. Alright, let me kill him, dude. You got 12 kills on this dude. Let me kill him. Let me kill him, dude. Alright. Let me kill him. Let me kill him, dude. No! You know why you're only killing him? Because you have pistols. That's why. Wow, stole my freaking kill. Yeah, it's annoying. And nope. Holly, go. Gang him, dude. Let's gang him. Let's gang him. Gang him. Gang, gang. Ah. I didn't steal nothing. Killed him. He tried to freaking get in my stuff. Tried to get right in there and eat my Snickers. Come here, little dude. Get him! Yeet, yeet! Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Gang him! Dang, dude. We're ganging up on this dude. Find this gangster skill. Yeah. About to lose, dude. Still. Yeah, frickin' weird. Who, the low mellow? Aiden, please, my YouTube channel. Come watch mine too. Comment. And if you want to know, it's Hudson Storm and it'll show up as Brian Davis. Click on that. I'm live streaming. I'm about to get this kill. Jake! Watch out. I got him. Yes, you did. Where'd he go? He left. He left. 'Cause you do. You're about to end up like PewDiePie. But you're allowed to, 'cause you're black. Wink, wink. No, but you are. You're allowed to. Don't worry. Your fault. But, oh my God, you joined Freind up. hates. Why are you about to delete it? You're allowed to say it. Your color allows you. Alright, me either, but you're not trying to end up like PewDiePie. Especially what he just said. He'd be saying the N-word on live streams. Knock his nose out of his socket. I'm not about to tell you. No, I actually don't know. Aiden, please, if you're watching Miles, well, then I'm texting him.
He really tried. He tried to do that, and then he I will blast you in the head if I could. Where you at, little Mellow?
Go to the bathroom.
You thought. I thought. It is. I always do your kill. Shoot him. I'm done. I'm about to destroy every single one of these little things. Watch out. Oh, shoot. Nigga. Oh.
Why? I can still watch you on whenever I'm playing GTA. Yeah. Which I would prefer you to play GTA with me because I haven't seen you in a while.
I'm about to destroy every single
You
one
should
of these
actually
little
play.
Watch out. Oh, shit. Nigga. Oh, bruh! I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
You did. The heck is...
Hollywood, go. What? Miles, I wish you would play GTA still, because I haven't seen you in a while. I mean, do you want to still play GTA? Because I still kind of want to with you. Are you gonna play GTA? You. He has a modded account. Does Aiden have a PS4? That sucks.
Devour, so creamy, nutty little.
Devour food you want it for.
No.
Being a sleight-of-hand magician, I do these little exercises to try and keep my skills sharp. One of those is to see how fast I can uncap a pen and recap it. Ready?
Morse Mutual. How can I be of service?
That was a terrible joke.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm better than
I'm sorry I couldn't help.
Obviously, uncapping the pen really fast, that's kind of easy. Recapping it is a bit more difficult. Ready? I'll show you that again. We'll slow it down a bit. It doesn't need to be done fast. Sometimes you can do it pretty slow, and if you get the timing just right, it's pretty good. Now, the natural progression from this is to try and uncap the pen and put it on the other end of the pen. This is kind of hard to do. Remember that the pen is pointing down and that the cap is at the top here. Here we go. That was not too bad. Now, whenever I show this to my friends, they always say two things. The first thing they say is, Steven, get a life. You're never going to get a girlfriend if you keep just messing around with pens. Which cuts me deeply. And the other thing they say is, Steven, is there an extra cap in... I'm just about to leave the house and go to troop form, but before I do that, I thought I'd show you a little bit of sleight of hand with the ring. Sorry if my face gets chopped off, by the way. Here we go. Bonus string. Hey. you're like most people, you can probably hold your breath 30 seconds, maybe a minute, before you start to feel the urge to breathe. But the truth is, most healthy people can actually hold their breath quite a bit longer than that. Some people can hold it a lot longer. The current world record is 11 minutes, 33 seconds. And as if that weren't ridiculous enough, some competitions allow athletes to breathe pure oxygen before their breath holds. In 2016, Spanish freediver Aleix Segura used this technique to go 24 minutes and 3 seconds without breathing. How is that possible? To find out, I spoke with professional freedivers and researchers who study their physiology. I also took a crash course in proper breath holding technique. When I started,
I mean, I really
could hold my
want Black
breath
Ops
for about
3
a minute,
again, but
by the end, I was holding it way longer than I ever would have
I
expected.
don't know.
But before we get to
Pretty
that,
much a lot of money.
let's talk about some of the science behind breath holding and why the professionals are so much better at it than the rest of us.
The reason why some people are better at holding their breath
I mean, I have Infinite Warfare.
partly genetics and partly because of training.
That's Peter Lindholm.
Do you have
He's a
Infinite?
physician researcher at Sweden's Karolinska Institute. He's been studying the physiology of elite breath hold divers for more than 2 decades. He says that a lot
Miles.
of them are just physically gifted. Take lung size, for example. The average human has a total lung capacity of between 4 and 6 liters. But many of the world's top freedivers have lung capacities of 10 liters or more. This isn't necessarily something that they trained. They were just born with big lungs. On top of this, many professional freedivers use the muscles of their mouth and throat to overfill their lungs with air. This is called lung packing. And the X-ray footage you see here shows an elite freediver using the technique to expand his lungs several liters beyond their normal capacity. Lindholm also says a lot of elite breath holders have relatively slow metabolisms and relatively large blood volumes, which makes sense. Your blood and your lungs hold oxygen, and your body consumes it. The slower you churn through your oxygen supply, the longer you can go on a breath full of air before succumbing to unconsciousness. But when it comes to breath holding, lung size is only part of the equation. Even more important is a physiological response called the mammalian diving reflex. When you hold your breath, it actually causes your heart rate to slow down. This reduces your body's oxygen consumption.
And what that does is it reduces the blood flow to your legs and your arms, so blood comes preferentially to the brain, which means that the oxygen that's in the blood and oxygen stored in the lungs is used by the brain and not consumed by your muscles.
Cold water is actually amplified the response. Exposing your face to cold water activates your trigeminal nerves. What are your trigeminal nerves? You take your fingers and you pinch your cheek and you feel it, you have your trigeminal nerves to thank. They're responsible for sensations in your face, but they also connect to the part of your nervous system that regulates your heart. It's not totally clear how or why this response evolved, and it's found in a lot of animals. But for some reason, when your trigeminal nerves get chilly, they tell your autonomic nervous system to tell your heart to slow things down. And as it turns out, slowing down is probably the single most important thing you can do when you're working with a limited supply of oxygen.
I don't try to focus too hard. This is also a sport where you can't really just push it. Like you can, get into a run and really pump yourself and go do it. This is something to be completely the opposite. You have to be really, really relaxed.
Serbian freediver Lena Balta is a 16-time national record holder. She showed us some of the techniques she uses to calm herself before a dive. The most important is a series of slow, controlled inhalations called a breathe-up. These help her relax and purge her lungs of carbon dioxide. When she's ready to go, she takes a series of sharp inhales, using the muscles of her diaphragm to fill her lungs before topping them off with some lung packing. These techniques take time and practice to perfect, which is important, because when done incorrectly, they can be pretty harmful, or even deadly. Purging too hard before a dive can cause you to black out, which is not something you want to do in the water, and it's exactly why divers not only compete, but practice in the company of spotters. And lung packing, it can actually tear the tissues in your lungs. But
Lindholm says with just a few hours of supervision and instruction, most people can actually learn to hold their breath well over 2 minutes. So I gave it a shot. Brian Stanley is a freediving instructor at Bamboo Reef Dive Shop in San Francisco. He had me start by holding my breath on land with my face in a bowl of cold water. I lasted about a minute, but thanks to the mammalian dive response, my heart rate dropped from 74 to 51. Next, Brian had me move outside the pool deck to hold my breath while lying down. The idea here was to help my body relax. This time, I held my breath for just over 2 minutes. Next, Brian taught me some basic breathe-up techniques. He used my diaphragm to fill my lungs and focus on relaxing.
And what this will do is it will help to relax your muscles, reduce any stress or tension that you have in the body, and then get that heart rate lower, which is key for starting your free dive.
As I held my breath, he calmly instructed me to relax every part of my body, beginning with my toes, progressing up to my head, and then going back down to my feet. If you've ever taken a yoga class, it felt surprisingly similar to that. Before I knew it, I had held my breath for just over 3 minutes. Finally, Brian had me put on a wetsuit and get in the pool, where we did some more breathing exercises, and finally had me lie face down and hold my breath for as long as possible. Now, there's a few things going on here. For starters, being in the pool did a lot to relieve me. I found it much easier to relax while bobbing in the water than I did when I was on the pool deck. And the wetsuit made me super buoyant, which helped me relax even further. Nobody knows for sure, but the mustache probably helped too. After 2 minutes in the water, I started having me signal with my finger every few seconds to let him know I was okay. We'll say this again. Please never attempt this without professional supervision. And before I knew it, I'd lasted 3 minutes. And then 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Then 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
There you go, nice and slow, bring your feet in. Hold. Catch your breath.
That was so cool!
416.
416! That's insane! That's awesome! 416. Oh, that's so cool! I've done that. That's great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delivering on the dream of self-driving cars requires a lot. Endless road testing, computer modeling, and robotics expertise. And sometimes dressing up as a car seat to spook teens. This man is no mischief maker. He's part of a study into how humans can interact with driverless vehicles. The research, funded by Ford and run by the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute in August, may seem silly, but it's an effort to answer a key question. How should self-driving cars communicate with the people around them? Eliminating the driver eliminates the visual cues. Eye contact, a wave of the hand, an extended middle finger that human drivers use to interact with pedestrians, cyclists, and others on city streets. Studying this is tricky because everyone testing robocars on public streets puts an engineer behind the wheel to ensure the car doesn't do something stupid. Thus, the human driver disguised to look like he's not actually there. For this study, the researchers hooked up their Ford van with a light display and a new code of the road. 2 white lights moving side to side means the car will stop. A rapidly blinking white light means it's about to start up again. The idea, Ford says, is to create a new international language of sorts, or at least an industry standard for autonomous car communication. the researchers collected 150 hours and 1,800 miles of driving data. Now they'll crunch the numbers to discover if they've hit on the Esperanto of AVs. Even if nothing comes of this study, at least they've got a sweet Halloween costume.
The next iPhone marks the 10th anniversary of the first iPhone. It's not just a big design change or a nifty new camera, it's the culmination of so many things Apple's been working on for years. This is the iPhone they've been trying to build all this time. One telling sign of how important the iPhone has been to the last decade is that it's almost hard to remember life before the iPhone. Let's go back in time. It's January 2007. All the best-selling phones are feature phones made by Nokia, which did calling and texting and Snake and not much else. The most popular smartphone was the BlackBerry Pearl. Apple had kind of released a phone already from Motorola called the Rocker, but that didn't go so great. Smartphones were novelties, really. They had hardware keyboards and were for people who needed to email a lot. Then, on January 9th, 2007, Steve Jobs got up on stage at the Macworld conference and blew it all up.
A widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
Good.
When that first iPhone shipped in June of 2007, it caused kind of a...
Hello? This is Morse Mutual Insurance.
70,000 models in the first 2 days, and 1 million in the course of the summer. And that
I'll
was
look into it.
serious activation problems on AT&T, the iPhone
It's good.
carrier, and that high $599 price. It was already clear, at least to a few people...
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them around.
I could make the case, though, that the iPhone 3G, the second model, was actually the most important one. First of all, you could buy it for $99 with a 2-year contract. The phone also came with GPS and 3G data, two pretty standard features the iPhone somehow didn't have. The iPhone 3G could do push email and turn-by-turn navigation, and most of all, it had an app store. Finally, developers didn't have to build web apps or find janky ways to end around the iPhone security just to install an app. They could make them and sell them right through the store. There were 500 apps when the store first opened. The App Store was the moment the iPhone became something more than just those three things Jobs mentioned in 2007. It was an internet communicator, an iPod, and a phone, yes, but suddenly it was also a television and a shopping tool and a way to get work done away from the office. It was a computer in your pocket. From there, Apple kept refining the iPhone. The 3GS was a lot faster and could shoot video, plus copy and paste. In 2010, the iPhone 4 was same price tag of $199 with 16 gigs. It came in this gorgeous stainless steel body and had a front-facing selfie camera. Instagram launched the same year. Coincidence? The 4S brought Siri, that chatty voice assistant, into the world.
I found 3 locksmiths fairly close to you.
Then, Apple redesigned the whole thing all over again in 2012 with the iPhone 5, but this time in aluminum. That's also when it changed the EarPods headphones and introduced the lightning cable. There were some tangents along the way, like the awesomely colorful 5C, but Apple mostly just kept on polishing and perfecting stuff. As all this was happening, Apple was also making a bunch of investments to give it more control over how the iPhone works in phones. Today, the company makes its own chips, does its own machine learning, builds its own hardware and software, runs its own cloud services, all the way up and down the line. It even controls the way you get your iPhone fixed. That stuff matters to Apple.
MMI, we expect. With Morse, it's mutual.
At least somewhat adapted to this crazy new world. Across the board, phones started to be really good. Nobody was making hardware keyboards anymore or fretting about mobile batteries. Everyone had a pocketable monolith of computing communication.
Okay, I got stuff to do.
Android claimed its spot as the only real iPhone competitor, with a huge app store and ecosystem of its own. And other companies have found ways to compete with Apple. Samsung finally got its design right and built a camera that could rival the iPhone. And they also built big phones, compared to the relatively tiny iPhone. Turns out, people liked big phones. So what did Apple do? They built a big phone. The iPhone 6 went from a 4-inch screen to a 4.7-inch panel, and the new iPhone 6 Plus went all the way to 5.5 inches. That went, well. Apple sold 74.5 million phones in the quarter after the iPhone 6 came out. By that point, Apple had become a truly global power, even becoming one of the biggest players in China. In the years since the iPhone, more and more of the world had come online, and hundreds of millions of people who had never owned a PC were starting with smartphones. A lot of them started with iPhones. After all that, we got the iPhone 6S in 2015, and a year later, the iPhone 7 was released. It came with some small changes and software upgrades. Okay, some people still mourn the lost headphone jack. But other than the dual camera on the iPhone 7 Plus, it's now been a couple of years since Apple really rethought what the iPhone should be. And once again, the rest of the smartphone world is doing some interesting stuff while Apple just sits on its hands and its incredible pile of cash. Other high-end phones have screens with virtually no bezels, so it's like all you're holding is a display. They do wild augmented reality things thanks to tracking sensors and super powerful cameras. They dock into VR headsets so you can leave this crazy world and hang out in a better one. All the best apps tend to be everywhere. Android is great, and lots of other companies have figured out how to make awesome-looking and awesome-performing phones. Jobs said during that original launch in 2007 that the iPhone was 5 years ahead of the competition. He was right, and then some. But after 10 years, it started to feel like Apple needs something big again. And now, as if on cue, here comes something big.
We could do a yacht thing in a bit if you want.
It's true that 3 out of 4 car seats are not used correctly, but there's an easier way to keep your kids safe. Come to a car seat checkup event and let a certified car seat technician help make sure your child is as safe as possible. For more information, visit safekids.org.
10 years ago, Steve Jobs walked on stage and introduced a new product called the iPhone, marking a milestone in both technology and innovation. And to keep his spirit alive, we here at Apple are proud to announce the culmination of Steve's vision. Introducing the $1,000 emoji machine. This is what Steve would have wanted. Probably. The new iPhone X emoji comes in 2 new colors. You can't and afford it. The Face ID technology is unnecessary. When you look at your phone, it'll shoot thousands of lasers straight into your pores. Then it sucks out your soul, much like a Dementor. That's how our phones get power. Thank you for your life juice. We then store your faces right here on this shelf to keep forever, just for a rainy day. Woohoo! You may have noticed that there's no longer a home button. You don't need it. So let me just scroll down this webpage. Ah, shit. All right, hold on. I'm just trying to scroll down. Fuck. It's not what it is. Stop. That's not what I'm trying to... Fuck. Photos and video now take up the entire phone. Hope you don't mind that black bar over there, though, because that will not go away. The camera has a new studio lighting mode, so you can trick people on Tinder and Bumble into thinking you're good-looking. It's like catfishing for a whole new generation. You will never, ever, ever play this game. You just won't. We hope you enjoy reenacting the entire Emoji Movie, or writing its sequel, using our $1,000 emoji machine. It's the new iPhone X. Costs as much as a good laptop, or 3 Switches and 2 games, or 50 U2 albums. Oh, and one more thing.
He said it.
We're also releasing the brand new iPhone 7S, 8. Sorry, the new iPhone 8. It's completely different from the iPhone 7. You see, now it's $800. Yeah.
them in the garbage.
Introducing the iPhone 7.
We removed the headphone jack because of courage. Only we have the courage to sell $160 earbuds that you have to charge. Bleep blorp, I am an android, stealing your girl with my hot new earbuds. I mean AirPods. Sorry. Boy, I sure love charging my AirPods. They last 5 whole hours. Or half a Tool album. The iPhone 7 comes in 2 new colors. Hot Topic. It's the first iPhone to be water resistant. A revolutionary feature, because we said so. There are now 2 cameras on the back. One for each of your friends. And don't worry, your old headphones will work. Provided, of course, you have the dongle. Hey bro, can I borrow your dongle? Will be a very popular phrase next year. Can't wait. Oh, and one more thing. Many of you asked for a bigger battery or wireless charging. So here's Thea being weird and shit.
What are you doing to my friend? What are you doing to my friend?
Most companies strive to make their products better, but at Apple, we pride ourselves on
MMI, we expect the unexpected. Okay.
We've done something that at first seems counterintuitive, and then is. We made it worse.
We removed the headphone jack. That's all. That's the newness right there. It's just the lack of a thing that was there, and now it's not. It's gone. It's not there anymore. Ta-da!
Once we conceived of this exciting new update, downdate, it was so beautiful in the way that it allowed you to go home at 2 p.m.
It's all about simplicity. Everything will run through one port. Now, you might be asking yourself, what if I want to charge my phone while listening to the music shit?
Apple has always pioneered sleek, beautiful design, which is why you will fucking hate the literal parade of dongles. You need to plug it into anything as or more complicated than a donut.
Oh, you could just go buy a pair of Bluetooth headphones. There you go. Problem solved. And if you normally use your headphone jack to plug into your car, then fuck! You're fucked. Then you're fucked. And then I'm fucked. And I'm fucked because you're fucked.
Our users expect for us to introduce new, innovative, and exciting features every year. To those users, we say, you try introducing new, innovative, and exciting features every year. I mean, what else do you want the phone to do? Make you come.
And with the new iPhone, this is the old iPhone, it looks exactly the same. Which would make you wonder, why shouldn't I just get an iPhone 6? Since it is cheaper and apparently now better. That's because, please don't.
Along with the worst iPhone, we're out of our minds excited to introduce a whole new line of Apple products made with the same philosophy. The iPad Max, which is just 2 iPad bags stuck together. The iPod Brickle, which can only play Brickle. And
Morse Mutual Insurance, how can we help you?
Way to make worse.
Have a nice day.
If I'm being honest, I'm starting to get really scared of Johnny. He's just making weeks random at this point. All the G keys on our keyboards have disappeared. My car's wheel disappeared. I can't get home.
Just be grateful I left you any ports at all. I wanted to make it an impenetrable glass brick, but...
Guys, today we're out on the street and we're going to change someone's life forever. I've got $1 and I got a guy here who I think needs it a little more than me. Hey, buddy, how you doing? What the fuck is this? You look like you need it more. Take this $1, buddy. Go change your life.
Give me $1. What are you talking about? You're homeless. I'm homeless.
You're homeless,
Look at you. What are those?
Dude, these are fucking great. These are New Balance, dude.
What the
Take $1, dude.
You take this. I'm not much homeless.
Dude.
My mom kicked me out of my house.
Yeah, right, dude.
My my canopy is getting rid of me.
Fuck off, dude. Get yourself a new shirt, dude. You look like shit.
I have a Lamborghini.
That's my dog. It's up to you, dude.
Pretty nice to keep it up. Where's it? I don't need it or anything. I just think it's had it.
You calling for some wheels?
Well,
I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
Now, who's the real yeah.
Wow, Ethan, great moves. Keep it up. Proud of you.
It's on the way.
Guys, have you ever given a homeless person $1 and had a friend hide in the bush and film it and put it on the internet so you could make like $10,000? Well, that is a phenomenon that's been going on YouTube a lot. And I'm starting to think that it's not about the dollars. I want to know what's with prankers and why do they love homeless people so much?